in my head.
Plus, I should get on the VTT.
You should, because we're live. There we are.
Oh,
Oh no.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. There is talk of spicy jelly in chat.
ooh,
Yeah.
I am a fan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so good.
Can't go wrong with that. Anyway, welcome back to the show, everyone. We're here to play some more Alien. Why you gotta be sorry? Ain't nothing wrong with spicy jelly in the chat. That is right, Stephen. It should be. Yeah, we're back.
As long as that's what's dripping out of his mouth, I mean, we'll be best friends.
I ordered
my
the
gosh.
spicy jelly roll from the sushi place.
Ooh,
Spicy jelly roll. That sounds interesting.
were you feeling brave tonight? Did you order your sushi from the 7-Eleven or the all night?
Yeah, exactly.
Got you, Jeff.
I don't know if there's any bravery enough to get gas station sushi.
That's a dare if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. All right. Here we are, back for All Fear the Ishtar, episode 2 of chapter 3. We're hanging out on Landstuhl Biostation, operated by Sigsen. And let's meet our crew as they continue to try and figure out what the hell is going on. Yeah, let's start us off. We'll go Jeff. What you got?
Hi, hello. How you doing? My name's Ruth. I am a botanist. I am a scientist of, modest renown, and one of the most senior personnel here on the station. I like pretty much everybody. I get along with everybody. I have a very complicated history with Dick. You might have heard some stories, but me and Dick, we go a ways back. And if you are picking up on some tension with Dick, well, you're probably right. You're definitely right. But I will try as best I can to keep this professional, and make sure that everyone gets off the station with with the skin intact and with some cookies.
There's nothing worse than tense Dick.
It's true. It's really true.
Yes.
Because you never know. Whenever you look at him. Look how upset he's getting. He's just going to explode at some point. It's ridiculous.
I got his face. You see it? He moved just a little bit.
Just
a little bit with his face. I got a little bit of move.
There you go. There you go. Oh, that's fantastic. John.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Hey, I'm playing Todd Driscoll, the medic, medical assistant. I have the proper training. I am also double as an HR representative for Siegson, and I just want to make sure everyone's being healthy and staying positive, because negativity is the biggest killer of people. So keep it positive, and we're all going to get through this just fine, except for those dead people over there.
Yeah.
They weren't positive.
Not enough, no. Dan, what do you got?
No, I'm concerned about the power of positivity. But I'm playing Roy, who's our IT guy, who's really here for the cookies, I think, mostly. That's about it. I mean,
Why not? Bert?
It'd help if I was unmiked. Yeah. So we have a live mic now. So yeah, I'm Jason Lansky. I am a professional at the janitorial custodial arts, and I love everybody on the station, especially Ruth. But you know who I don't like? Certain dicks who are on the company payroll and really need to be taken down a level or two. But other than that, everyone on here is great. Superior minds, really.
That's true. And Jeremy. The one everyone's talking about.
Hello, I'm Richard Worthy. I'm your Citizen representative. I'm sure all this phallic humor is very enjoyable, but some of us are close to dying. While the rest of you like to make jokes, I'm doing everything in my power to try and get you safely away from here. You're welcome.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Yeah. So we pick up back in the lift that Jason hotwired. You were all heading down through the station, making your way towards B deck. That's the cargo deck. There are 3 cargo bays with, usually there's shuttles docked there. You've gotten 2 separate transmissions from, oh my gosh, I forgot her name, and I don't have my notes up. Stevenson, that's it, Dr. Karen Stevenson. One of them said go to landing bay B. The other one, go to landing bay C. So you all chose the proper thing to do and go to landing bay A. Now
I follow directions.
Yeah, we left off. Now the thing with this lift is Jason had to kind of gut it a little bit. And one of the things that had to happen is, yeah, my bad, Steven. The doors had to be forced open. So as you're going down through these different levels, the elevator's door. So you're getting, 2 to 3 seconds where you can view into each level. And we just passed by the HAB level, the HAB block. That's deck E, where everyone's quarters are hiding at. And there's this corpse laying there 10 feet from the floor. Looks like it had just collapsed. With a few good notice, spot, observation rolls, whatever it's called in this game. It definitely came out that, dude, blue lips, blue fingers, looked like suffocation, something like that. And that's where we're continuing on. As you all continue down this elevator transit, you make it past the life support deck. Now, you've already stopped and kind of explored this area a little bit. There were all of the different garden areas. Each one had its environmental controls wildly altered. There was the water tanks, water filtration. There was the air filtering systems. And the big thing out of the air filtering system is the filtration that comes off the main concourse. It was registering a dangerously high amount of the fire suppression gas, halon, or whatever they would be using in this time frame.
Base Halon.
Space halon. But yeah, as you're going by, the lights are on in the main concourse. You see the lights, you can see the different lounge areas. There's a few shops here and there, food vendors, the big kind of cafeteria area. And you can just see just sparse, but just people collapsed, crashed over tables, fallen over in the middle of walkways. From where you're at, maybe you see easily like 10 to 15 people just going through the elevator. As the elevator continues down, finally arriving at deck B, the cargo deck. Now, a lot of the upper levels, kind of starting with the main concourse and going up, things are very well polished, put together, looks, like a lot of money was put into this. Once you get down to the cargo decks, A and B, cargo and engineering, it's very utilitarian. Like there's no fancy lighting, just basic, very, jarring and intense fluorescent lighting. Walls don't have any coverings on just the bare metal walls, no ceilings in there, so you can see all the support structure, all of the, utility bits running through it. But Jason, you're able to easily stop the elevator right where it needs to, so you all can depart onto the cargo deck, deck B. Now, you all have base familiarity with the layout here. You know that the cargo deck, there are a lot of different, essentially warehouses, different blocks used for storing supplies, huge stretching spaces, along
Lots
with
of great nap places.
lots of great nap places, along with the 3 separate cargo bays where ships can dock and load and unload. Yeah, in each of the 3 cargo bays, it's kind of dispersed evenly, every 33 degrees or so around this thing. So, stepping out of the elevator, if you head towards the left, first you would come across cargo bay C. Continuing around, eventually you make it to cargo bay A, or I'm sorry, B. And then finally cargo bay A. Now, of course, you can also just turn right and going around this big donut of a hallway, and you'll get to cargo bay A pretty directly. So, what's the plan? Now,
I believe we follow our dick. I mean,
Should
Richard.
we investigate what might be happening at B and C, or should we just simply try to get away at A?
Roy's got the right of it. I think we're being intentionally misled with the information that's been given to us. I think any attempt to go and investigate it currently will simply lead to further endangerment.
That's what I was thinking, sir.
sure.
If we can get to a console and figure out how many of the shuttles have already left.
You certainly could. Now, most of the warehouse spaces, along with cargo bays, have base consoles in that really just tied into inventory tracking. They would be able to tell you if there's a shuttle parked at one of the bays. Any of those would be able to tell you that. So,
Let's hop on one of them.
yeah, you can easily find. That's a dice roll.
Maybe I don't need to.
Yeah.
Nope, I
Maybe
just
you're
rolled
rolling
agility for
agility.
some reason. I don't know why, but
You're just starting to do like handstands and cartwheels,
It's
like
very
right there,
impressive.
That's how
just to
you-
stay limber.
Maybe take just a moment, look around your surroundings, look for any cameras. We know that it's been monitoring us.
gotta warm up those typing fingers,
Sure. Observation.
What do you mean it's been monitoring us? What are you talking about?
I just don't feel good about this.
Well, I thought we were-
Dr. Stevenson's not an it. That's disrespectful, Dick. Come on now.
Biological.
That's what I
research
do. I
station.
disrespect things.
just hopping
If
around.
you feel that it's showing this person or whatever contact is showing normal behavior, that's fine. I don't.
Oh, crap.
Like the things you're
boy.
saying right here, being very cryptic. Whatever this is this something
I already
you know that
shared
we-
pertinent information with you. I'm going to get fired if I'm lucky after this. You're welcome.
Well, don't worry about it.
I'll put in a good word for you, sir.
You're not going to
course.
find me after this is done. I'm just
I'm not gonna find you. What does that mean?
you
What
know
does
what it
that even-
means.
They're gonna kill you? Is that
Of
what
course
you
they're
think?
going to kill me after this is
You-
done.
You think you're that important that they're gonna kill you? Come on, Dick. Come on. They're just gonna give you a low level, middle management gig in some remote moon
Mhm.
somewhere, and they're gonna forget about you, just like your family has.
I hear. What is it?
if you're lucky, we'll all be there with you.
Mm.
That's good.
I'm
It's a good
so
post.
glad I put myself out there for you. I'm really feeling great about this decision.
That's good.
Roy,
That's
did you
good.
find anything?
I mean, if I didn't needed.
Oh, God, this is fantastic. So Roy and Dick, as you're arguing with Ruth about this, you can see, there are regular fixed cameras going through this area. There's also, pretty much just enough to cover hallway. And then at the entrance to each of the, warehouse bays, there's also a fixed camera pointing right at the entrance. Now, one thing that you'll both notice, because you both knocked it out of the park, 3 and 4 successes. You did great. One thing you will pick up is that over the elevator, there is a PTZ camera. So there's a camera, and you can see that it's kind of actively kind of like just moved in and just staring right at the bulk of you. Probably Richard, you might have caught the sound, like the mechanical sound of the zoom coming in on that lens. Presuming they still use that in the future, because
Enhance.
enhance,
Zoomify.
zoomify.
Zoom and enhance.
So yeah, something is actively watching you all. You can also see that every single cargo bay or warehouse has a camera on it, along with just enough cameras to cover the majority of the hallway. There's bound to be some dead spots here and there.
But there are. Or else I couldn't nap.
That is true. That's very true.
Can Jason have some janitorial supplies on him?
Sure. If not, you know where the janitor's closet is on this floor.
I'll just get the handy dandy foaming cleaner and just spray the lenses.
Yeah.
Just foam them up real good.
Yeah, we'll say, Jason, you run off to a nearby closet. You come out with, a can of the foaming toilet bowl cleaner. Clings real well.
Jason does the on every camera.
Sure. So, now what?
Did we?
Still check a computer if we want, or just
Yeah.
carry on?
Yeah, let's find out if there's any shuttles still here.
Looking around, you see the closest warehouse. Door going into it. It's already been sprayed with this foaming cleaner, so the lens is, they're not going to be able to make out what you're doing. If there's audio, they still might be able to hear you.
We're deck F right now?
You are on deck B.
B, okay.
But yeah, you see there's, it's labeled as, warehouse 211. You go in. I would presume those of you probably in the maintenance field would have access into this. Probably also, I mean, you all would probably have access into this. Senior scientist, 2 HR personnel, 2 maintenance team. Yeah, it's not a problem getting in here. You do your little card swipe, door unlocks, you open up. It's filled with crates. And sure enough, you see right inside the doorway in a little alcove, there is a terminal.
Okay. Just hop on it and do computer things.
Sure. Give me your ComTech. Not a problem, man. ComTech, you check each of the landing bays. It's still reporting. It's not quite as stripped out as the terminal you came across upstairs. It is reporting that there is no shuttle in B, there is no shuttle in C, but there is in fact a shuttle in A.
Oh, good. That makes it all more concerning that they're sending us to places without shuttles.
Actually, I was gonna. Would there be something on the suit that would tell us if there's any atmosphere in here? Are there any bodies that we've seen?
First off, there's no bodies here.
Okay.
The suits, they're kind of low tier. They aren't really going to have atmosphere analysis.
Okay.
But I mean, temperature wise, it feels fine. And there's no signs of bodies. There's, no weird pressure difference due to vacuum or anything, because the elevator door is open.
I'm just gonna grab something and drop it and see if it drops at kind of a normal rate.
Yeah, go ahead and just give me an observation test.
Okay.
This is going to be easy enough. You find a clipboard. You drop it. It falls at the regular rate. It does. You get your information.
Okay.
Gravity is active.
Gravity is active and it doesn't appear to be And it appears to be affected by like an atmosphere kind of thing, like
Yeah,
it flutters.
yeah.
Okay.
But somehow, even though you drop the damn thing, it still startles you.
Yeah.
So take a point of stress and roll that.
Yay. Hang on. Pat.
You need that
You
assistance.
accidentally dropped it, on your toes almost.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you're fine.
How long does the panic condition last?
It's like 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
I don't
Has it
think.
been that
Usually
since our
turn,
last session?
What's that?
Has it been that since our last session?
I don't think it's been a good 10 minutes in a place that isn't outright stressful yet. But if you did want to take 10 minutes here in this warehouse where things seem to be relatively calm, you could use that to clear out.
Does anybody else bat off?
Well, I was
I mean,
about to say,
I'm-
can't I use command to get rid of a panics?
You could, if you've got it, yeah.
I do,
I didn't-
actually.
But I'd have to respect your authority for that to work.
Jason, I don't give a damn about your respect. Just get your shit together and get up out of the corner.
Yeah.
Fine.
Where are you at? There you are.
What a wonderful father figure he must have been, don't you think?
Abusive one, maybe.
All right.
So what does that do, Jeremy?
It just gets rid of your panic condition.
Gets rid of it? Okay.
If nothing else, your hatred for you fuels you
Exactly,
on.
that's what it is. I have a newfound
Gives
hatred
you
for
focus.
you, just boiling over.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
pat Jason in the back.
Bet you were
It's
the kind
okay.
of he was the kind of dad that just like was always at work and never home, and like he would send gift cards for birthdays. I bet that's the kind of dad he was.
I think you're right. Plus, he's not even really mad at you. He's just mad at himself because he's lonely and he's pushed everyone who's ever cared about him away. That's all.
I would like to point out with those statements from Jason, I do truly believe that his favorite, retro band at this point would probably be Papa Roach. Just throwing it out there. Anyway, what's going on? You spend a little bit of time, Richard, you get some sense into Jason. Ruth, yeah. Reassuring words for Jason. You now know that A does in fact have a shuttle, B and C do not.
Well, it sounds like we're on the right track.
Does that
Great.
also tell us that the rest of them have been released?
No, just presence or not. So yeah,
The A?
Tay. Okay. You all head back out of the warehouse to 11, I think I said, wasn't? You turn towards now, you're kind of like all of the warehouses are on the wall. Like it's big circular warehouses are on the interior of the circle. The landing bays are on the exterior of it. So you would turn left, heading towards the most direct route towards landing bay A. And as you're all leading the way, or heading there, who would be kind of like leading the group in this? Who would be kind of ahead of the...
I have the safety vest and the flashlight.
Todd, as you're kind of coming around, you see the
I've been
bend
trying to be positive, but not that
of
positive.
the hallway.
Do you put this safety vest over top of your
Oh
compression
yeah,
suit?
absolutely, absolutely.
You got to see it. Doesn't
It's
do any
high
good.
visibility.
Yeah.
It can't be visible if it's under the suit. It's high visibility.
As you're coming around, you can see someone is laying collapsed against the left wall, opposite of the door into landing bay A.
I will rush over to them to check them.
Hmm.
They may be injured and in need of medical attention.
What an odd place to take a nap.
Station security. You would recognize this man. And it kind of catches you off guard. I'm going to make you take a point of stress for this. As you can see, he's just got several very large holes just blown into him. like he's been shot several times. You can see that there is blood against the
Jason
wall.
checks his gun.
He fell and slid down. Yeah, looking at looks like he's been shot several times. Very large.
This
he
man
have a
appears to
PDAD
be
on him?
shot. Or to have been shot. Either way, I think he's dead.
Does he still
Very
have his
astute.
weapon on him? This is very important, because if he doesn't, someone's got 2 guns.
Are
at
they
least.
wearing a spacesuit or anything? Armor
They
or
are
anything?
not. No, that's just their
Okay.
regular outfit or their regular station security. They would here, it's standard. Imagine standard police. So they've probably got their vest on. They've got their little utility belt on. But I will point out, Jason, as you kind of ask and you look, you can see that his service pistol is holstered. And his stun baton is also hanging from his belt.
More importantly, does he still have like his PDAD and his badge and
Everything's there.
access card on him?
Everything's there.
Oh, good. I'm gonna go ahead and take that stuff because I'm probably gonna have to erase it later, so I might as well just get it now.
IT right there. Yeah.
Ruth will waddle next to Dick and just sort of tug on him a little bit and say,
Dick, sweetie, who else besides security is rated to have weapons on the station? This seems pretty odd, don't you think?
And Chuck, I want to see if he's still warm.
Let's see, a body slightly warm.
I could probably do some medicine to see if maybe get an idea.
Yeah.
Be cautious. Wear gloves.
So
I've got like a surgical kit and a med pack. So
if you want to give me a
He's got a
medical aid
compression
test, you
suit
can
on.
see and figure out.
There's bullet holes. I'm no scientist,
And
granted.
to point out
but I
again, he
think
does
that
not have
grants the
his
opportunity
compression
for-
suit on. But anyway,
okay.
But does
yes,
doesn't Todd have his?
Oh, yeah,
his
yeah, yeah. My bad.
I
compression
do.
suit on?
I do.
Oh,
But
we do.
there's
Oh, that's right. We all
probably
do.
something in
That's
here.
Jeremy being down, not Dick. I mean, Dick
It's
is plenty down.
Dick.
I could
It's
probably have
okay.
something in the kit. Let me see.
So-
I got
Ruth, you did ask Richard a question. Who would be authorized to have firearms outside of station security? And the answer is no one.
I used to have clearance for one, but no.
Wait, if he gives that answer again, Jason looks at his own handgun, puts it away.
Yes. Is it the stress? Is that why it is? They're afraid you're gonna go, crazy on your fellow employees.
No, it's to
Oh.
take down the man.
No, I know why you have yours, Jason. Of course. And you're going to do such a good job of that someday. But Dick, I was wondering why he lost his rating.
Why not, Ruth? Why not?
Just shooting blanks? Is that the problem? Or?
No. Maybe I responded poorly to the death of my wife and children, and I've just been having a hard time. Ruth, is that good enough for you?
Oh, they died? Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
I'm
Was it
sure
why
you're
you-
very broken up, Ruth.
Was why you were away and abandoning them and not there to protect them?
I don't want to talk
is
to
that
you any
what
further
happened?
at this point, Ruth.
I think the
If you
problem
could
he's
kindly
trying
just
to get
ask
at is he
questions.
goes off too easy.
That's what it sounds like to me.
I put in a petition. I told them I don't
Real
care
hair
how in love
trigger.
she was with that ignorant geologist. You don't take children to a brand new volcanic planet. And I was a terrible father. I was a terrible husband. I'm not a very good man, but I would never have let my family get killed by a fucking volcano.
No, Dick.
I was going to take him fishing.
Dick.
The volcano?
You're being way too hard on yourself. Of course you would have screwed it up. Don't worry. You're just as ridiculous and terrible at making decisions as this other fella that she probably enjoyed company of far more than you. That's all. You're gonna be fine. You'll find someone else. Don't worry.
Thank you, Ruth. I really appreciate your compassion.
Fucking dying
Oh,
over
sure.
here.
Sure, of course. Of course.
Richard, give me a command test.
Okay. One.
One's good. One's what we need because you remember policy and procedure at this point. Thinking about in this argument you're having with Ruth, the station is equipped with defenses. In the hangar bays, along with the spaceport, not necessarily some of the smaller airlocks, there are turrets in these to help with defense. Hey there, Fablemancers. Thank you for that follow. That's fantastic. Turrets set up for defense.
I'm gonna take a break from Ruth and go let Todd know that.
Does it seem like defense turrets killed this guy?
Well, I don't. Oh, snap. We got
Oh my gosh.
so
Wow,
many
my.
subs. That is amazing. Thank you.
Ooh, somebody's having
Anonymous, you are
An
amazing.
anonymous gifter. Thank you.
Yeah, sidetrack. So, Dan, you wouldn't know that yet because Richard hasn't shared that with anyone, but he was about to share it with Todd.
I'm like checking the body to see if I can determine how. I got 2 successes to see if I can figure out how long they've been deceased.
About an hour.
Okay.
Dead
by an hour.
by very
Gunshot
large
wounds,
caliber
yeah.
gunshots impacting the front and pretty much just obliterating the back. Like you kind of lean him forward and it is just a mangle of flesh and bone.
That seems like
Todd,
a
I'd very
stupidly
much-
large caliber for the inside of a space station.
They're military.
It's kind of
grade.
dangerous.
I think it might be a good idea to try and verify. Do you think where he was shot would line up with safety turrets from there? Roy, I'd like to ask you if you think it's reasonable that somebody who's had the remote access we've seen currently would also have had access to that turret, which is why nobody would have taken any of his gear because the person that shot him wasn't here.
there. Yeah.
I will look in the direction that he's pointing towards, like the turrets, and kind of give my best guess.
So, I mean, it's easy enough. He is right across from the door to Cargo Bay A.
Okay, yeah, those
So they're
turrets
trying to
appear
keep
be
people out of
watching
it.
the door to Cargo Bay A, covering the only escape route out of here.
Well, we've got his PDAT. He probably has access to the systems.
Thank you, John in chat, for that. That is a point of stress removal. Oh, there's another one from Fablemancer. So right now we are at 5 points of stress removal. When one of those is redeemed, each player can remove a point of stress.
I would like to propose that, Jason, you've done a fantastic job dealing with the cameras. However, likely whoever is controlling that gun will also monitor if the door opens and just fire blindly if needs be, if they are in fact killing to keep people from leaving. Perhaps it might be reasonable to go dismantle the gun in some fashion.
Well, do they operate on like a motion sensor? I don't. I'm not in the military.
turn them
I don't
off.
know how they work.
Just turn them off.
I just ask questions so that the competent people can do things.
I mean, we could always test it, and I'll like pick a. Is there like some debris or something, Chuck?
Yeah, so you're looking for like debris around the area? There's not. There is a corpse.
I was gonna say there's dead man.
I'll pick it up and kind of like shove it towards like the door to see if they open fire at it at the corpse.
Okay, let me make sure I'm following this right. You open the door. You throw the corpse in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a very loud boom, 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 as more holes just explode in this corpse, splattering all of you with a little bit more gore. Everyone go ahead and take a point of stress.
Jason
It
grabs
appears to
out the
be-
squeegee.
Motion activated.
And, you
Hey,
know,
do I happen to know if there are maintenance conduits that go through the Space Center that could go from room to room or through the ceilings, for instance, without
There-
going through a door?
would in fact be maintenance hatches and tunnels that you can use to traverse a very large portion of the station. Now, Jason, I see that you haven't noticed my Discord message.
Okay. Yeah, I turned Discord notifications off.
That's
so they don't-
absolutely fine.
they
It's
won't-
not that big of a secret. I just wanted to make sure I shared that information with you. Jason, you do notice your janitorial ways kick in. Maybe 10 feet from the door, you see that there is a message written on the wall.
Okay. I'll glance at it.
And,
So I'm not making it too obvious that I've seen this, is what I'm getting at.
Okay. I can handle that.
Just in case, like the officer wrote down, Dick did it.
Yeah. Bert, let me know if that image just showed up for you.
It did. Does that have any meaning to me at all?
Not right off the bat. You can do some hypothesizing on your own, and all else fails. We just got a banked reroll from Too Old. I missed that. Thank you there.
I'm just gonna use the security offers PDAT, just see if I can turn it off.
Can I use my PDAT to take a copy of that or take a picture of
Sure.
that
Yeah,
string?
that's absolutely fine.
And then I will bring people's attention to it. Hey, anybody know why there would be like a hash key or security key on the wall here? And while we're doing that, I'm going to open up like the maintenance hatch and
Sure.
say, and I just remembered, you can pretty much get to any place in this station by using these hatches. Normally, this is where I go to huff chemicals. Let me tell you, you can the side effects are usually canceled out by other things. So if you get the perfect and then I look over to the HR person. I mean, I clean in there.
Hitting
Sure,
highs
sure.
is an accidental happy.
We may
Excellent.
take a look at your record when this is done.
Perfectly clean.
wouldn't
We're
recommend
just
it.
going to get the normal
Yes, I'm sure,
compounds
very
that you would
clean.
get from cleaning chemicals that I'm always exposed to, and the
Very
proper
clean.
ratios.
Anyway, lots going on. Why don't we recenter for a second so we can figure out who's all doing what? Bert, you have now pointed out this message to everyone. Dan, you were seeing if you could access the turrets on this PDAT. So while Jason is drawing attention, Dan, go ahead and give me your ComTech. And then after we're done with this, we'll see how you do on your ComTech. So yeah, Jason draws everyone's attention to this series of numbers.
Sir, does anything strike any meaning about it?
Employee number?
I noticed something right off is like there's two A's that break that up because the
Yeah,
two
it's the
definitely
same.
looks different than the A's.
There's also a 420 in there now.
There is.
There
Saw
is.
that right away.
Immediate information you would also pick up. This appears to be written in blood.
Oh, he's got such bloodmanship.
He does.
He's
And
really got a steady hand for dying.
yeah. And I'll say let's go with Ruth, Roy, or Jason. One of the three of you, if you can't figure anything out, I would allow an observation test on this to see if you can make any sense of it.
Sure. If no one
Just
else
one of us,
minds, I
though.
don't.
Yeah, Ruth.
Go ahead, Ruth.
Okay. Sure. Let me just put my. Oh, I can't get the glass. Oh, it's fine. Oh, I don't even wear glasses. What am I talking about?
So she'll lean down.
Oh, goodness, my hip.
One
no.
success, and let me roll stress.
Yeah.
This game, like I can never not roll. Like whenever I have yellow
Right.
dice, I will always roll a face hugger. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. You're keeping
okay,
it together though. You hit it, you're kind of studying it. You know what? That does look an awful lot like a hexadecimal code.
Yeah, which I already converted, to be completely honest.
Leave it to the fucking
okay.
IT guy.
That's cool. Just steal my thunder. That's fine. No fucking cookies for you, you son of a.
Oh shit! Never mind.
Oh, damn.
I meant, what did you come up with, sweetheart?
It came up with just at least an ASCII DBWH314. I don't know if that's what we want to convert it to, but
So you're saying it converted.
assuming I read the note correctly.
Chuck
Yeah.
double checking his work.
No, I was just pasting it into the roll chat. That way stream can see it as well. It did. You converted it to the right thing, Tan. Yeah.
DBWH314? Does that mean anything to you?
So
Like a file number or security code?
I don't want you all spinning your wheels against this too much because I know how frustrating that can be. So Ruth, I will say that, well, DB, you are on deck B, surrounded by warehouses with a 3-digit numbering
It's like a
code.
room number.
Oh. Well, for some reason, this dying man thought he should write down this warehouse number on this floor, but he did it in somewhat kind of coded message. Should we, I don't know, Dick, what do you think? Should we go look?
Not getting in the store anytime soon.
Duck, was this another wannabe scientist that was performing the security arts to get aboard the space station?
No,
And that's why he would put it in hexadecimal.
I will point this out. Todd, you would know this. This man was a very good security officer. Definitely did not have a mind for the sciences. And Ruth, you would probably come across him as well. Everyone loves
And
Ruth.
plenty of cookies.
Yeah.
Loves my cookies.
Lovely dude, very friendly, very nice. Took his job seriously. A little dense. Like sometimes he would ask about experiments and you would kind of give your simplified abbreviation, not to, try and make him feel dumb or anything. And it would still just sail right over his fucking head.
This is pretty, this is pretty odd for Jerry. He's not this,
Yeah.
versed
Yeah,
in
he
this.
was not trained in this kind of science, I guess. Yeah.
Well,
I
like I
saw
said,
him. Go ahead,
it's pretty steady hands for someone dying. So
You think someone else wrote it then? It wasn't actually him?
Would 314, would that be back the direction towards B and C cargo base?
It would actually be just a little ways past where you're at now, continuing around the loop, kind of heading towards B. It's like a little ways between A and B.
Okay.
How fresh is this blood?
About
an hour.
The blood is still kind of wet, a little tacky. I would say definitely get the feeling it may not be quite an hour old.
Does he have it on his fingers? Do we see blood on his fingers? Suggesting he's the one who actually wrote it?
You look at Jerry and no, he does not have blood on his fingers.
Well, look at what do you well, isn't that
good catch, Ruth?
We'll all be.
Well, that's why it's so like great penmanship and all. Someone just stuck his finger in one of those holes and wrote it on here.
Jason, you said that the maintenance
human ink
techs
pot
could get us to pretty much anywhere here.
Yeah.
Could they get us to warehouse 314? Maybe we could take a look.
What do you say, Chuck? Sure.
Yeah, that's
Hey, it's a tight fit.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's not a problem.
I
Are we going to fit in
imagine
there in the suits, or get them off?
you should be able. I mean, it's going to be some shimmying sideways a little bit, a little slow going, but it's not anything I would require a roll for. So Jason is, established that he's very familiar with these back tunnels. So yeah, you could get back there.
He needs to lead the way.
Jason, you can lead the way. You find your
We ever
muted.
got to resolve my contact.
What's that? Oh yeah. You
I got 3 successes, and I can push that if we need for more.
3 successes is plenty, Dan.
Okay.
First off, you get into the security system. You're able to access the station's defenses. Because Jerry was also one of those kind of guys that always put his password on a post-it note under his keyboard. So relatively easy for you. We all want cookies because of your Ruth, Jeff. It's just how it
I'm
goes.
just so hungry for them now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some after the stream.
There you go. So you pulled some successes. You get into the system. Sure.
Like to let y'all know.
Oh shit. Dan's actually got cookies.
It's grandma's too.
It's grandma's
Oh, my.
cookies.
So a couple other things that you're going to pull up there, Roy. You cannot actively access the turret. You can see the last series of commands that were sent to it. First one is switching over the turret's onboard AI as everything that moves is hostile. And the other thing that you pick up besides everything that moves is hostile is the next thing is after confirmation of that command to disable all network interface.
What an asshole. At least turrets are just on auto forever
Yeah.
until someone can actually access them.
Are there,
Basically.
Auto fuck you.
are there like exit wounds where he gets hit?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't. Okay, sure. I
Yeah.
was
No,
gonna say.
when when Todd leaned him forward, just his entire back is just completely blown out.
Our best bet would be maybe to just try turning them off and back on again and see if they'll reboot into their default configuration.
I again strongly propose. If we're gonna go investigate this warehouse, great. But before any of us go walking in front of that door, just as a precaution, let's at least dismantle that particular turret.
Well, for that, wouldn't someone have to approach from the front or circle all the way around behind?
Well, Jason said he can get anywhere, right? Don't we believe in Jason?
We do.
I do, but your kind of tone right there implies that maybe you don't.
Jason's finding something he stashed. He's like, oh, that's where that went.
I'd
He's so
help people and you get
industrious.
nothing but lip.
Don't smoke it in your helmet.
Or do. So what's going on? You've got 2 things right now. Roy's throwing out if we can use Jason's, access tunnels. Maybe try and get to the turret itself to power cycle the thing. There's also the talk of using these access tunnels to investigate what's going on in 314.
Well, that turret's not going to move. I mean, it's going to stay where it is. So why don't we go check out 314 first? It's probably a trap, but
And Roy, I have a question for you. If we power cycle it, would that and reset it to defaults, would it then just try to connect to the network again right away?
Right, but then it won't be there, so it should just hopefully load like a default configuration. Maybe they didn't save it.
we just shoot everybody. Watch. You just watch.
I mean, it could be, we could always just wave another corpse around in front of the door and find out.
Heaven forbid we just dismantle it before we go through the fucking door.
I mean, if we can.
Should be able to at least unload it.
Yes, just some practical steps to avoid being horribly murdered. I'm sorry for my tone.
It's fine, sir. You're doing a great
Don't
job.
really think you. I don't really think he's. I don't really think he is. I think he's being
I'm not sorry,
sarcastic
Ruth.
again. There you go.
So,
Honesty
Jason,
is gonna get you through.
maintenance shaft?
Yep. I probably got like a belt thing full of keys.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
On the
So,
retracto cable?
once again, where are you going?
Exactly.
314 or towards trying to get behind the turret?
Well, could some of us go to the turret and some of us go look at 314? Jason gives us directions.
You certainly
Always
could.
split the party.
Always split the party. It's definitely a possibility. So, splitting the party. Who is going to 314? All right. We got 2. And who's going for the
Just
turret?
2.
Roy, do you think you'll need another hand?
I mean, I'd probably be fine,
So we're sending poor
He's got it.
Roy, the IT guy, off on his own
I guess.
to disable a turret. Ruth, where are you going?
I was gonna go wherever Dick went, but if you're gonna leave this poor boy on an island by himself, well, of course I'll go with you. I don't know how much help I'm gonna be, but I can at least look behind you. Is anyone taking that stun baton?
Oh, yeah, that does remind me. Jerry had on him, going to hit enter, it's going to chat there, an M4A3 service pistol and a stun baton.
Well, I wouldn't presume to take the pistol if somebody else wanted, but I could take it. I used to fire a gun ever so often when I was younger.
I think Dick would have the seniority and clearance to handle a firearm.
Oh,
Maybe
seniority.
Take it away.
Seniority? Did you just say seniority to
Todd,
me?
I think you should carry it.
If you're sure, I'll make sure the safety stays on.
He's probably the most responsible person to have.
Exactly my point.
You're leaving
Ruth,
the
I don't
two
want
of
you
us-
breaking your wrist.
You're leaving the two of us on our own to go try to turn
Do
off
you want me to
something
go
where
with
there's
you,
a
Ruth?
dead
I'll go
body
with
right,
you. If
right
the
down
others
the
want to
hall.
go
I'm just
look
saying.
at Bay 314 or Warehouse 314, I'll go with you. That'll make you feel better. Sure.
Sure.
Dick is also very responsible, so I will entrust that he and Jason will do a fine job,
Fantastic.
and I will take the pistol.
Okay. Let's see here.
We're making good choices.
Did anyone take the stun baton? Because Ruth doesn't have a weapon, so
I don't think any of us have weapons.
You take
I
the
have
stun
one.
baton. Ruth.
I definitely have.
Ruth
Okay.
has stun baton. Todd has the pistol. All right. Here's what we're going to do. If it is a 1 to 2, we're going to handle the turret. If it is a 3 to 4, we're going to 314. So which one we're going to do first, seeing as we're splitting the party. 1 to 2, we're
Responsible
doing
people.
the turret. So, Jason, you're able to give clear instructions. You take them to a nearby panel. You pop the little cover on it. Do the key. Hero Zone. Thank you for that follow. That is fantastic. And sure enough, there's these back access tunnels. Now, the bay has a handful of different access points. Jason kind of runs you through all this. You can follow this little kind of, between the walls, clear to the back, and it'll take you clear up to, it'll bump up clear to the back of the landing bay where the airlock is. There are also ladders that go to catwalks that go above, as well as a few access ports that you can go down to get underneath the floor of it as well. So you can get behind every single surface. Now, the turret is kind of fastened up on the ceiling, kind of in the far right corner, but with Jason's instructions, little ladder, little catwalk, you can get there and you should be able to access the panel above it. So there would still be ceiling tiles between, not ceiling, essentially ceiling tiles between you and it. So getting there should be threat free.
As we're crossing the catwalk, I turn to Ruth and I go, Ruth, just remember your modeling days. It's just doing the strut, doing the, you know what I mean.
It's been so long. You're a sweetheart.
You still got it. You still got it, Ruth.
You're a sweetheart. You just, I don't know why people don't like HR. You're just so sweet.
Because they're unhappy in their hearts. And
It's
that,
true.
And that
It's
makes
true.
them die early. So
'Cause they lie to themselves. They're angry, and they turn their anger outward. So that everybody else has to feel it too.
that's true. That's true. You're very wise, Ruth. Very wise.
Well, so you're all very carefully, you shimmied through these back, between the walls, up this series of ladders. You make it up to the catwalks above the ceiling. And you can kind of see, like anyone who's been above a ceiling, you can see where all the fixtures kind of poke out. And you can see above the ceiling where the turret is. It's got this like huge box above ceiling where it can retract into the ceiling. You can see the different kind of power and networking hookups, along with an access point or port for the small onboard terminal that the turret would have.
I got my Seegson system diagnostic device.
Sure. Why don't I go ahead? Go ahead.
Could I assist him in this, by the
You
way?
absolutely can. Yeah, that absolutely.
As I'm leaning over to it, you guys are going to have to hold me up now.
Ruth's probably just either telling you what to do, or just positively supporting your choices.
I can physically support you.
Okay. So here's how
I'll
we're
do
going to do it.
emotional then.
Yeah.
There we go. Got emotional and physical support.
Roy, you can roll this, and if I remember correctly, if you right-click on Contact, it should prompt you for a base modifier. You can increase that base modifier by 2.
Good.
It should include your your toolkits.
Yeah. That's not as many as I would have liked.
You do pull 2 successes. So
Is it good enough?
Better could be helpful. Okay, 3 successes.
That's good enough.
No. I mean,
I can still push again.
Here's how. And you did. Okay.
Good anyways.
Okay. 5 successes. Holy shit. So you get into the small onboard terminal. You kind of slice in with your little toolkit. Ruth, you're kind of familiar with the programming configuration. It kind of works a lot like the automated, lab robots, like the big arms you'll use in lab testing, the OS for that. So you've got some familiarity with it. Todd, you're just kind of helping make sure everyone's staying safe, staying stable. It's being a good flashlight and a set of hands. And as the 3 of you kind of start digging into this, you've got a shitload of successes. That's 5. That's fantastic. First success is you get into the system. You reconfirm exactly what I told you before, that in fact someone uploaded documents or instructions. Everything that moves is hostile. They gave it another instruction: shut down all communication interfaces. They in fact did write this into it. So if you wouldn't have pulled enough successes and just rebooted this, it would have came back up in the exact same configuration. But with the 3 of you working together, you're able to get into it enough to alter the commands for it. So here's some of the things you can do. You can turn it back onto the network. You can put it back into its default configuration. You can upload a new configuration if there's a basic set of commands that you would want to give it. Shut it down entirely. Or you can give it some more commands or whatever you want to do, and then have it shut down network interface to keep it from being overridden again.
Yeah, definitely keeping it off the network.
Okay, so everything you're doing is off network.
I gotta go cut the wires myself. We'll make sure it stays off the network.
So you can essentially, you can do that.
Unplug
That is a thing you can absolutely do. You can tell it to just shut down network interfaces after, but if you don't trust that, you can absolutely manually sever network interface. So,
It'll be our turn.
what are you telling this thing to do?
I'm tempted. I mean, I don't know what we'd want to write it in to do. I'm tempted to just turn it off, but
Okay. You've got more than enough successes. You can put it into a full shutdown mode. You hear
I'll
this.
put it back to like its normal configuration. That way, if for some reason it comes back online, it doesn't just start lighting people up.
Okay. Yeah, you return it to default configuration.
Turn it off.
You shut it off. You cut the network.
'Cause I don't know if it's going to like all of us necessarily or not.
Sure. It's better safe than sorry. All right. That is done. Relatively easy. If you would have fucked that up, the turret would have retracted and then I would have started blasting you. So good job, the three of you, for teamwork.
Hooray. We did
I
it
hear
good.
it makes the dream work.
It does. So the three of you are able to work your way back down, unless there's something else you want to do up here. No.
I don't know. Is there any other fun things to do up here that we can see?
There's nothing like super exciting. You can lift some panels or maybe lift out a light fixture to get sight on the interior of Landing Bay A.
That might not be a terrible thing to do,
Yeah.
just to see
Yeah.
if there's anything going on down there.
Sure.
Take a look, or if Ruth wants to.
All right. So,
Ladies first,
Sure.
after all.
Ruth,
I'll do it.
well, Ruth,
I got
Sure.
good observations.
all right.
Sure.
Well, I mean, there's enough space, but Roy, why don't you give me that observation?
We'll both look around.
Go ahead. It's fine. It's a young
Okay,
person's
that's fine.
game.
Maybe.
Do you want to push that?
Of course. Oh no.
I like it. Give me that roll.
Oh,
Oh, I maxed it out.
Whatever the hell Roy just saw after lifting up this light fixture and looking inside, Roy hardlocks.
Roy forgot he's afraid of heights.
That's not it, but it's something.
Okay.
Ruth, Todd, increase your stress by 1. And I'm going to say with those two there, Dan, I'm not giving you any information. You saw something so fucked up, so terrifying that you froze.
I'm helping.
Roy. Roy, what is it? Roy.
Roy, you need to answer the command prompt now. And I'm going to try to use
Cookies.
command on him to
Yeah,
pull him out of it.
sure.
Cookies. Oh no.
Todd, great command roll, except for those two face huggers. Why don't you go and roll for me, Todd? Todd,
It's trembling just a little.
we're going to play it like this. You give the command to Roy. Roy, snap out of it. Like, come on, snap out of it. Roy, you come to with this command and your head just snapped towards Todd. So much blood.
What?
And now the two of you are both suffering. Ruth, these two
Okay.
guys that you're here with, these two young whippersnappers, are scared shitless about whatever
Yes.
they just saw.
And the fellow who took the gun, of course, is the one whose hands are trembling and shaking.
Yeah.
Everyone looked at me.
Not
Oh
in
no,
my hands.
Ruth, old lady can't take
Mm-mm.
the gun.
Can Ruth peek inside then if she's like,
Absolutely.
So much blood.
Observation
What are you
test,
talking
yeah.
about?
Let's all get a little stressed.
Ruth's going to ace it. Just you watch.
Yeah.
I'll probably though.
Ruth's
She's
seen
got
some
Just in those
shit.
stress dice.
That.
3
It is.
successes.
I know, right? Stress. I'm always nervous about it.
Yeah. All right. This turret went to town. It really did. And it looked like that this landing bay was in process of being used as an evacuation point. There are 15, 20 people, various degrees of just shredded to pieces. You can see they've got light packings of luggage. Like, these are people, when whatever happened first went down, they tried to evacuate immediately. This turret kicked on, and just there is gore and bits splattered everywhere.
Oh
Now,
dear.
it is a very, very brutal scene, but you're doing good with it. As you're kind of looking in, you can see that the airlock, the exterior of it, the inside door from where we're at, it is covered in blood. But you can see that the glass panel, it is cracked. It's not necessarily a problem right now because it looks like the exterior door is closed. So it is still, atmosphere secure. One thing I'll tell you with this knowledge is that if you were to get in the shuttle and leave, it would definitely decompress. Bare minimum, the shuttle bay possibility of this level.
Okay.
That sounds like someone else's problem.
Yeah, I'll relay.
And I'll be like, well, I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is that it looks like there's about 15 to 20 poor souls, friends, coworkers who have been ripped apart by that turret. But the good news is the shuttle's intact and there's room for us.
Yeah, there's so much room for us.
It's a way to think positive, Ruth. That's great.
We've got rooms for so much activity.
And we disabled the turret. We're winning. We are winning. We should go.
Okay,
Yes.
sure.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Too bad Dick and Jason went the wrong way.
As this is happening, we cut over to Richard and Jason. Jason, not a problem. You know how to get there. You've got kind of the same options that I gave the other crew team here. You can use essentially these back access panels to give you almost a way to spy on these people. You do know that there are access panels opening up so that you could just enter through one of these access panels and be able to move in to warehouse 314. You also know you could use these as a way to get a vantage point to kind of spy on what's going on in that room.
Well, spy first.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll say
Jason,
go ahead.
can I ask you a question? Would you even really want to be a scientist here? Or do you like what you're doing?
Actually, I love what I'm doing. It just, sometimes you guys are really dumb for being brilliant scientists at all.
Custodian / consultant. So,
Really?
the two of you
Spy.
shimmy up one of the back walls. You get above the ceiling. You find a panel that you can easily lift out. I would like, since we're spying, we're going to be needing to use a little bit of sneaky here. I would like one of you, your choice, to give me a mobility test, and the other one could assist with this.
I'm not incredibly agile, but I have a little bit. I mean, I'm kind of scrawny.
You might be better than me.
Well, here,
I'll assist you.
I've got the janitorial pants that are all weighed down with my gear, so of course my butt crack's always showing. So it's like, here, grab my belt, I'll lean over.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Jason, right click on mobility, give yourself a +1 there. Give me that roll. Ugh.
Okay,
give me
well.
a tree.
So things aren't as intense here. You are keeping it together. So here's what I'll give you. You pop it open. You can see between all these crates, you can see that there are 6 people. 3 of them are wearing lab coats, and you would recognize them as some other scientists on the station that you have certainly harassed for being, for so smart. You're awfully dumb. Let me see where that's at in my notes, because we have names for these scientists, because I have in fact made you all name these scientists in the past. Oh, that's chapter 3 planning. Dear fucking Lord. I know I typed this somewhere. It's fine. It's in my notebook. So anyway, how many did I say? There's 5 others, 6 altogether. And you can see one of them is very injured. He's got it's like a leg blown off. Oh, here we go. You do see the 3 in lab coats: Dr. Emmett, Dr. Cuthbert, and Dr. Royvigs. You can see they've like pulled over a crate or something like that, and they've got like a Sharpie, and they're just like scribbling out plans on it as the 3 of them are debating between each other. You can see a couple other, maintenance staff maybe. One of the maintenance staff is the one with the leg blown off. Someone's tending, trying to stop the bleeding, trying to make them comfortable. Someone else just looks like they're complete shell shock, just kind of like pacing, mumbling a little bit. They're pale, sweating, just look of terror on their face.
So Jason can't help it because he often goes into your scientists' boardrooms where you've got formulas on your dry boards, and he goes through and corrects things. So I definitely want to see if I can get a good look at what they're trying to figure out.
Give me an observation test.
Here, let's see if I have anything that might be of help. PDAT probably doesn't have any kind of zoom or anything on it. Okay, probably so just an observation. Here we go. Boom. 2 6s.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and roll me that. Oh, you're gonna drop.
No, this is awesome. Can we do this, Chuck? Can we do this?
Can. Yeah. What are you dropping?
No. I'm dropped. My belt gives way.
Oh shit!
So Dick's left holding my pants as I tumble.
Give me a mobility
just the
test.
belt. The belt wasn't meant to actually hold you. It's just meant to hold your pants, so the belt snapped.
Yeah, complete fail.
Okay.
So I fall into the room.
It's a ways up there too, man. It's fine. You take 1 point of damage from this.
Okay. But did I happen to see the board?
Oh yeah, you've got eyes on the board. Yeah, and I mean, you gave me 3 successes with that.
Okay. Right, here's the thing though, Chuck. Here's the thing. I fall. Everybody looks. I've probably broken something. Arm is probably mashed up, and I look at the board. I say, "No, you're wrong there. This is what it needs to be." Go ahead. Sorry.
It is.
I'll start.
Go ahead, Jeremy. Let's.
God damn it. I'm going to lower myself down.
Yeah.
Toss some pants at Jason. Jason, put your goddamn pants on. And you, put some pressure right there. And I'm going to basically try and command Jason to stop panicking and see if I can assist the man with the leg wound.
Sure. So give me that command test. Jason,
put your goddamn pants on.
Stopped panicking. Give me another command test. And you've instructed
Put
them.
some pressure on that fucking wound.
Now, Jason, looking at this right off the bat with that observation test, they are very heated debate about some kind of infectious rate. They're debating that. They're, different kind of spread vectors here and there, but some of the numbers are really weird. It's definitely not a biological thing, but they're trying to slam math at it like it is a biological thing. But you can easily point out, like, you see some very basic, they're stressed, they got some numbers wrong. You point
Yeah,
out, like,
it's
nope, you're using the wrong formula.
you're treating me like this as an organism, whereas obviously it's a networked enhanced virus. See, now you got to treat it like this, and your p-value here needs to be this, your spread vector needs to be this.
Give me another observation test.
Oh my gosh, 2 sixes but 2 stress.
The truth
Give
hurts.
me that other stress roll. You
I am
start
violently trembling because
Jason.
I can't believe how stupid these scientists are.
That's not why you're trembling. You fix their math and look at their numbers, and it's really coming across that, one, this station is fucked if their numbers are holding up.
Okay.
And two,
And right around here, the p vector equals 10 minutes. We're fucked.
yeah. Yeah. Things are
Wait, what?
yeah, things are bad.
So 2 is things are bad. Is that 2?
2 successes?
No. You said you were going to say a second thing. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, things are bad. 1, definitely their numbers were wrong. If they're trying to calculate how many people could be infected in so frequently of a time, they were underestimating by a lot. The second thing is, you've got kind of an analytical mind. If you wanted to try and curb this, could you curb this? You could remove possible, treating it like a virus, invasive species, remove possible food sources. And maybe some of the shit that Stevenson has told you was not, it could be intentional.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, going over this, but I'm kind of like speaking to Dick. It's like, oh, this is bad, Dick. Whoa. The spread rate is like, have you guys tried starving it yet?
Jason, I know you're very smart, but I need you to keep your shit together so you can tell these other people just how smart you are. Put your goddamn pants on, Jason.
Oh, yeah, right.
I will keep you from being panicked.
Okay.
I put my pants on.
So the three of them, the three
Forwards and
scientists debating, are wildly surprised by this. Holy shit. Survivors. We thought we were all that was left. We've got to get out of here.
Well, the maintenance tubes are free. But
Indeed.
if your calculations are right, we're not really safe anywhere.
We're not. But I certainly don't. This is Dr. Emmett talking to you. I certainly don't want to die here. And the shuttle in Bay A is not going to happen.
It is. We have top men handling the turret right now. We need to move quickly. We need to get back up and over.
Dr.
That's sexist.
Cuthbert will cut in. It is a shuttle. It is not. We would have to presume that whatever vehicle we get into, there's not going to be any help coming, which means whatever we get into, we would have to prepare for a prolonged trip in. There is a vessel not on the books that we were planning on getting to. And once he says this, Emmett and Royvigs immediately give him these like dirty looks, like, stop it. And he kind of cuts off a little bit, like Dr. Cuthbert cuts off, like, you get this look like he realized he fucked up by sharing that information.
It's understandable. You need to work together, stay alive. You need to make sure other people are aware of this devastating news. We have specialists with us that can assist you with that. I'm not asking you to do this to help me out of the goodness of your heart, but I do think it is appropriate for us to get this news out so that people can work together to prevent this. Now, I understand somebody may be trying to starve the food source, but I think that's only a temporary fix. I think the knowledge of this does need to move past this station.
Well, I agree with you entirely, Dr. Emmett says. Absolutely, we've got to get out. We've got research we've got to do on this. This could be one of the most lucrative finds that we've found in centuries.
Yes.
But the simple problem is before Dr. Stevenson met her end, she set the station to the best of her ability to purge. So that's our hurdle. You're saying if you've got specialists that can get us to the shuttle, I would gladly recommend that you all take that shuttle.
I think your option sounds much better. I propose that we work together. Jason here, despite his tendency to go half-assed, knows his way around the ship like none other. We also have Roy, one of our premier IT specialists, nearby, handling a turret. He can handle additional turrets. We have Todd, just safety specialist. And also, do you know Ruth with the cookies?
Oh, of course, yes, we all know Ruth. Quite
She still
respectable.
has some cookies. Would you like some cookies?
Roy Viggs, I'm gluten-free.
Todd's actually been working with her on a recipe for that. So I think what we have here is a chance for collaboration.
Oh.
Oh God, Todd's dead.
Todd's dead.
I'm still here. I think my cat just may have unplugged my
Good job, Kat.
webcam. Yeah.
But ever so briefly, Dick will try to be vaguely schmoozy with these people.
Give me, if you're being vaguely schmoozy to try and get them on board, just go and give me a manipulate test there, man.
Okay.
Fuck,
How
you
about
knock
4
it out of the
successes?
park. They start buying it. Like, okay, yeah, all right. So they kind of bring the two of you away from the other three. There's a ship that's been, we have a hangar on the station that is not on the book, so to say, for certain reasons, coming off the spaceport, off the main concourse. We've had it in storage for a year or two now. It is the vessel that initially brought us the sample that's causing all the trouble. It's a cargo vessel. It's called the Pazuzu. And yeah, that is our plan. It's operational. We intend to get there, get on board, and escape. Hopefully in cryo. That way Sigson can recover us, ensure that we're not infected, or if we are, develop some kind of cure. That way we could then get out and share the data that we have. And they point to a rather large portable like storage device, suitcase size. All of the information that we have on the organism is stored here. It is imperative that we get this off.
Well, Jason, I suppose we should bring our friends to us.
All right. Hey, arm hurts a little bit, but I'll go get him.
Okay.
A little bit maneuverable down in these. Yeah. Oh, my belt fell again.
Oh, shit. So, Jason, question is, do you want to go back through the tunnels and the crawl spaces, or do you just want to go out and walk around the hallway?
No, I'm going to use the crawl spaces.
Sure. So
I imagine most everything in here has to be manual, kind of the point for these sort of things. So
sure. Oh, yeah. So we are going to reconnect the majority of the party as Jason, you head back over there. You can see the panel that they went into. And as you kind of start to peek in and look, you can see that Ruth, Roy, and Todd are heading back towards you.
Wiping a little vomit off.
I'll
Ugh.
lean
It's inside
down
your
out of the
helmet there.
tube.
It's in your
Roy.
helmet.
Lean down out of the tube.
Ugh.
Wave.
Just
Hi,
Hey, we found some more
Jason.
survivors,
That's great. Wonderful news.
Wonderful.
and we've got a plan. I hate to say it, and I'm only going to say it because he's not around, but Dick was like really persuasive.
Wow. He can
He
be
can
a
be
pretty
persuasive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
worked on Ruth.
Well, that's true. That's true. When he smiles, though, he really lights up a room. He just
I
doesn't like to
almost
smile.
feel bad about paying off the laundry guy to keep dyeing his underwear pink.
Never
Almost.
so bad.
Almost.
Well, we got access to the shuttle bay. We turned off the turret. Unfortunately, we did not find any additional survivors. The very opposite of that, in fact. There's a lot of dead people through the door.
Oh, well, I've got the undead, and I'll name off the professors and
Yeah.
everyone else that we found.
Oh, Emmett's there? Oh, that's
yeah, I
wonderful.
think Emmett's missing a leg.
No.
No,
The scientists
no,
are in good shape.
Okay.
So, yeah, it would have been.
One
Yeah,
of
and I don't have
security
names for the other three.
That's
you would
Biff.
all. Yeah, Biff is
Biff
missing a leg.
missing a leg.
Biff is
No.
probably another security personnel. And yeah, but you all would know all 6 of them by name. So yeah.
Biff wasn't hired by a security background. He was hired by his headshots.
Sometimes.
Is my panic condition over yet, Chuck?
Sure. It's been enough. You've kind of been between the walls. The murder happened in the bay is very distressing, but the turret's down. You had a little bit of time in a relatively safe space between the walls. Yeah.
So I get calmed down. I'll go and pick up all their equipment that I can find.
Are you going back into the bay with all the corpses?
I was gonna go get all their electronics. So
Oh,
that's
wait, no. Okay.
No?
So from what I remember from the board, how did people get infected? Like, what is the vector?
It's multi. It can spread through, it can be airborne, it can spread through bodily fluids. It is very aggressive.
So I'll tell everybody, look, yeah, it's aggressive. If those folks were infected, just touching them, probably a bad idea. All the math says the whole station's pretty much should be infected by now, except for the holdouts that were able to seal themselves off.
So I'm gonna have to leave all those peanuts behind.
You are.
Ah.
And
Well,
kind
we
of
gotta go in
families.
there to get on the shelter. They get on the shuttle at some point. So maybe if there's a few that are scattered in different areas that are not too close to them, maybe we grab those.
Jason, do you have any mops with handles?
Of course, I just opened a janitorial closet nearby.
Yeah, it's not
Just in
bad.
case we need, I'm going to grab one just in case we need to move a body.
Oh, wait, no, you want this. This is my poking stick.
Oh, excellent. And poking sticks are good. Why do you have a poking stick?
Don't ask. You guys have a lot of drunken poker nights.
I formally wrote requests for those to be disallowed after I lost my last 3 paychecks.
Not a sore loser. Not a sore loser at all.
Nope. Positive.
Where's Dick?
Oh, this way.
Oh, he's still alive. Okay, good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. No, and you all, yeah, it's not a problem. Reconvening with Dick, you've been discussing with the scientists kind of their plan. They wanted to take the back, all these maintenance hatches. They know it would be one hell of a goddamn climb. But unlike the 5 of you, they are not in any kind of pressure suits. And so their thought was take these back ways, avoid any additional exposure, avoid any additional people. make it up to the concourse cut over to the spaceport. And they have, and it's specifically, it's Dr. Royvig's. He's the one who has the details on how to get in to this, essentially this hidden hangar. Yeah.
I mean, Royvik, that's wonderful. You have that information. Could we just take the shuttle up? There's got to be an exterior port to get the ship out. And he doesn't have a leg. He's not good for moving around.
Royvig kind of pulls you aside. We weren't going to bring them.
Oh, I see. I understand.
We can give them the shuttle.
Well, what we can just say is that we're going to bring the ship down to help them, and that they should, wait in the shuttle for us. It's too dangerous for them to be moving around right now.
How many survivors are there besides you? What was that?
He points, Royvig, the three of us, pointing at Emmett, Cuthbert, and Royvig. And the three of them pointing at Jerry, the security agent with the leg blown off. And you see a couple other, you would know them, of course, but just, other employees of the station in different positions. Like I said, there's the one who she seems to be keeping it together, trying to apply first aid to Jerry. Not necessarily doing a great job, but trying. And then there is the other one. I'll say you would probably recognize him, Roy, as another person on the IT team. Just completely shell-shocked. Absolutely PTSD kind of thing. 1,000-yard stare, sweating, pale.
Does the shuttle have any kind of...
It's because he's clearly not had enough cookies to just have him hopped up beyond belief.
Could be. Now, Todd, no.
Todd, I recall you mentioning some additional suits whenever you gathered these.
There's some up on the upper decks that we had left behind.
What was it? I think you found 8.
Does the course they've plotted out in any way come close to intersecting with that?
No, it doesn't.
Well, then I'm glad I only spoke about that with you.
Yeah. I mean, you're looking at deck F to get those additional suits, and to get to this supposed secret ship that is deck C.
Okay. Never mind. I just
Griffin. Listen. That is a lot. I'm going to throw that down as 2 stress removal and a banked reroll for the party.
And you said this is like an infectious thing, but we're still kind of tracking it, correct?
Richard, how would you want to answer that?
No, that was me. I don't know how exactly we're going to track it. It seems like the more people that are in suits, the better. Is
accurate.
If it's that contagious and it could potentially be airborne, anybody that we bring onto this ship that's not wearing a suit, I mean, who knows? Even if we put somebody in a suit now, they might already be infected.
Are there any other suits available, since this is the loading docks, basically?
I'll tell you what. Each bay has 1 suit.
Okay. And how are the supplies in the shuttle? How long could, say, again, because for whatever reason I'm spacing the number, how many survivors are there, not counting the scientists?
3. So there's 3. The 5 of you, the 3 scientists, and then the 3 others, not counting anyone that you left upstairs in the other labs.
Right. So
you could always bring them into the shuttle bay, well, I guess we couldn't. We reactivate the turret, though, in a way that isn't going to, hit anything. And then those of us with suits can get on the shuttle, go retrieve some, and while they're safely waiting in the shuttle bay, we can go fetch them.
That's a possibility. I was thinking load those who aren't part of your plan. I will take them on the shuttle. I can treat that man's wounds and look after him, and I will stay with them and
I
keep
was
an
to
eye on
say
them, and I
we
can
could.
document any observed symptoms. And if nothing else, perhaps you'll have logs to use later on, whenever help arrives.
But they don't have suits. You don't want to bring. We were just saying we don't want to bring someone without a suit onto the shuttle. It's one of the safest places that we have as an option right now.
Aren't you taking a different ship?
So I
Well,
would
no,
also
there's a
like
shuttle.
to put a reminder for Ruth here. I'm sorry, Jeff. I want to put a reminder for Ruth. You did see that the window is cracked in the airlock.
Oh, I know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's
Go
why
ahead.
I was saying we leave those who are a
Oh
little.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Oopsie whoopsie. We went to go get him.
Oh my god.
Bad things happen.
I think there's a reason why Ruth and Dick hooked up.
Oh my gosh, Jeff. I love that.
I have a duty
So sweet,
to help
so
these people.
sinister.
If you're going to come
Of
back
course.
and pick us up, then that's great. But I'm going to stay here with them. This man needs medical care, and I am the only trained
Sure.
medic here. Okay.
If you want to stay here, that's fine. The rest of us can go though. We'll come back and
Yeah,
get you.
absolutely. That's what I'm saying. You go. I'll stay with them.
It's
and look after
probably
them.
better though that you maybe you wait in the bay. Well, we can put the turret back on to give you some safety just in case.
Have people been being attacked, or has it just been the turrets? We're probably not going to be leaving here.
Well, we don't know. We don't know. People do a lot of strange things when they start to panic,
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true.
Question I have is, during this conversation, Todd, have you started providing any medical aid?
I was about to. I'm gonna start getting my kit out and go try to do that.
You can give me that. Oh my gosh, Bert got caught by Automod. There we go, Bert.
I don't know if it'll. Okay. Should I roll medical aid, or do I need to do it modified for my surgical kit and whatnot?
Let me take a look at your character. Some of these items include the bonus.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, just roll your medical aid, and if it doesn't have enough dice, you can roll some extra d6s.
Sure.
Oh shit, I didn't realize Eddie was here. Hey, Eddie. That fits. That does fit. I like that result there. Give me your stress roll. Roll a random item, and you're going to lose that item. But 2 successes. You start checking out. Initially, dude lost a lot of blood. Jerry lost a lot of blood. Then Richard came along and did kind of provide some proper instruction. And it really helped. If not, Jerry may be in bad shape. But as you're kind of working with the person who was trying to aid Jerry, you're doing some additional things, checking some things. You realize that Jerry's eyes have a really weird kind of blue tint to them. So you don't know what that's up. You're not sure what that is. But as you start kind of investigating, you're kind of some of the blood that's on him. You look, and it almost looks like it's got like some blue glitter. Blue motes of light here and there. Something's wrong with Jerry. Players know, your characters may not. Ruth, if you were made aware of this, you read the files, you would know what this would be.
I'm busy at the moment, but I would mention it once I feel I'm kind of done. I did lose my watch. I took it off and just I set it down. I don't know where it went.
Sure.
So he's gonna pull through, but he's got some odd discoloration in his eyes, almost like flecks of blue or something. Haven't seen anything like that before.
Ruth will look over to Dick, and then he'll kind of make a face, or she'll kind of make a face.
What's the term? Triage?
Bye.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, no, Ruth and Richard, the two of you, having access to those files, having read them here recently, clear signs of infection from this techno-organic life form.
Well,
Needs to be separated immediately. Todd,
Yes,
this in no way diminishes anything you've done. You are an exemplary safety officer, medical officer. We're glad you're here.
Todd, you
Tried-
kept your suit on the whole time, right? You didn't make any contact with him, did you?
This is up to you, Todd.
No, because if I had to do surgery, I'd have to take the gloves off. Like, there's no way I'm doing surgery with gloves on.
And that
Just
would be how you
like
lost
big
your
bulky
watch.
suit gloves. Yeah.
Well, it's precautionary, Todd. I
I'll
think we
stay here.
should exactly just
I get it.
to be
Indeed.
safe.
That's why I want you to keep your head on a swivel. I need somebody who's level-headed.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody's the man for the job, it's you. And if somebody's going to be in charge here while we're getting that ship, I couldn't ask for somebody better than you, Todd. I know my tone has been poor. This has been a very difficult day. I believe in you.
Thank you, sir.
Todd,
Yes.
I do need you to go ahead and roll me. I think it's a strength test that I'm going to ask for right now.
Okay.
Okay. You don't need to roll stress here.
Okay.
Okay.
Him.
Okay. Noted.
Ruth's going to sidle up next to Dick, try to get away from anyone else.
That's not a problem.
Well, first of all, that was a wonderful tone. I almost believed everything you said to him. Second of all, this is going to spread quickly. You've seen what's happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need strong leadership here, Dick. You're going to make some
Ruth.
difficult choices.
You know there's no stronger dick around than me.
Oh, I know. I know you can be firm when you want to be.
I can't.
50 bonus points to Jeff for finally breaking Jeremy.
Got him.
There it is.
All right. So, yeah. What's going to happen now?
Oh, much as Todd prescribed. He's down here tending these people, providing leadership in the field, as it were. And we will reconvene with the other scientists, follow their path to try and get to that other ship, and come back to save them.
Okay. Follow-up question I have about for Ruth. Were you pushing for Todd and the other three survivors here to wait in Bay A?
Yes, but I'm not going to overplay the hand. If no one else is getting on board with it, she's not going to push too far.
Yeah. I mean,
She
maybe it'd be
understands.
better if they stay here since they can't move.
We don't know that they
Look.
can't move. We don't know
I-
what this infection does.
Listen, I understand this is a difficult time. We've seen the science. The science is scary, but we have even better scientists with even better ideas ready to happen. But that opportunity can't happen unless we prevail in getting the other ship. Now you have your HR officer, your medical officer, Todd Driscoll. This man is a goddamn hero. And you don't need to worry about anything else under his command. Do you hear me? Don't believe in me. Believe in Todd.
Command test. You pull it off, man. Pull it off. They are reaffirmed. The dude who's been in shell shock still not all there, but he does. He kind of makes eye contact with you. He kind of like nods along. He looks at Todd. He's still, you can tell, he's still very much in a very rough place, but there's a little reassurance. So, 4 of you plus 3 scientists, am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Are now on their way to the Pazuzu. Am I correct in that, or are you going to the shuttle?
Mm-hmm.
The Pazuzu. How are you planning on getting there? There was
maintenance shafts, if possible.
What's that?
Through maintenance shafts, if
Maintenance
possible.
shafts, totally doable.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I was going for, because there was talk of taking the shuttle, seeing if you can get to it from exterior. But if you want to take the interior maintenance shafts, that is absolutely doable. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So, John,
Yes.
you pick a scientist.
Okay. What were the names again?
Let me grab that for you.
It's like Emmett, Cuthbert, and
Roy Viggs.
Roy Vig.
I'll go with Cuthbert.
Okay. John, go ahead and while we're playing, there's their names. Let me go ahead and throw in the. Where are we at? We're in the science station characters. There's a character sheet there.
Okay.
For Dr. Cuthbert, and I don't know if I've got a scientist on standby. I do have a scientist on standby. Give me a second.
Sure.
If you want to, for tonight, it's going to be in the root of the actor directory. Where are you at, John? So yeah, if you're in the actor directory, not in any folders.
Yep.
You see them. So you can use that for your stats for now.
Sure.
Between sessions, please go ahead and get Dr. Cuthbert created, matching the same amount of XP that you already have, as Todd is getting left behind.
we believe in Todd.
We believe in Todd.
We believe in Todd. And we feel
Yeah, right.
Probably better off, to be honest.
yeah, honestly.
Todd held on to the pistol. Todd has a plan in case things start going real bad. So
You always gotta have a backup.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, John.
Fill him with your positive energy.
Yeah.
yep.
Nope, it's this channel. Oh, that's because. All right. Let's see. All right, so you all start heading up. You make your way back out to the main hallway. Jason, you're kind of the expert here on these back tunnels. It's not a problem. You find it. It is a very long way up. Some of it, there will be some stairs. A good chunk of it, there are going to be ladders. So right off the bat, what I want, I want a stamina test from all of you.
But I have cleared my panic by now.
Yeah, go for it, man.
If not, I would have shouted at you to buck up.
That's fair.
Okay, so everybody does stamina.
Oh, good.
Everybody does stamina.
God.
Well,
I
you
got
can
one
John, 'cause
success.
You got a character sheet now.
I'm gonna push that.
feel like that's as much as you could expect from an IT guy. One success.
Yes.
All right. Who failed?
Why am I not surprised?
Why am I not
Ed.
surprised that Dick's got 2 stamina?
I pass, but my panic condition is I freeze.
God damn it, Jason. You're holding everybody up on the goddamn ladder. Move it. Stop putting your ass in my face. It just
My
move.
pants have fallen off again because my belt's broken.
We got to get you an Ethernet cable to wrap around yourself.
Okay. Well, I'll try and undo your panic.
The true armor and tools of the IT professional.
I have actually done that once before.
I know someone who has done the same. So
Okay. Things happen.
So, what are your
tonight.
inspiring words, Jeremy?
Yeah, give your inspiring words, man.
yeah.
Give me a few more moments to think.
Spell for us.
Just, it can't get any worse. Like, we've already had to smell Jason's drawers falling in our faces this entire time. None of us have glowing blue eyes. Most of us have eaten Ruth's goddamn cookies. We're the ones who make it. I don't fucking know. Just keep climbing. God damn it. Stop taking all these fucking breaks.
I've actually been stewing in cookie vomit for like half an hour now.
I
But
know
I'm too
why.
afraid to take my suit
Why?
off.
Just lose the helmet. Why did you vomit in your helmet?
No,
I don't want to die.
Everyone,
No, that's right. Don't
Not
lose the helmet.
use to all this physical activity.
all of you,
breathe in your nose and out your mouth.
all of you, give me an observation test.
What?
Oh boy.
Jeez.
Damn it, man.
We all
Yellow dice. I swear to God.
Got 1.
Okay.
Let me hop up. I think I'm going to push mine.
2.
So I'll tell you
And
right
I'm
now.
There we go.
One success is plenty. So don't. If you want to push, you can, but it's not worth risking it here as long as.
My 3 successes are worthless.
So we're gonna end it for tonight, and we're gonna end it on the 4 original crew members plus Dr. Cuthbert going up through these back access panels, trying to make their way to the Pazuzu to escape. That's good. That's fine. Not a problem here. As kind of the scene fades for the night, you're all climbing. Those of you past the observation test, somewhere in the distance, kind of echoing from the below. 4 gunshots. And then silence. And with that, we end.
It's a tough way to end.
Let's get some XP questions. Now, John, go ahead and answer as Todd.
Okay. Sure.
And add these XP to your Dr. Cuthbert.
Okay.
All right. First off, did you participate? If you did, you get an XP. Did you risk or sacrifice something to further your personal agenda? If you did, you get an XP.
Lost my cookies.
Yeah. Do any of you feel like that you risked your life for your buddy PC? Sure. Yeah, if you think you can take that, take it. I really would be surprised if anyone says no, but did you challenge or stand up to your rival PC? A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. No, this is Dick's penises.
Okay.
Wow.
And there is nothing wrong with that, Dick.
wire.
All right. Am I correct? Did you all make panic rolls tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, take an XP for that. This one's going to be yes. Did you overcome dangerous events using violent or non-violent means? Disabling this turret. Yeah, we're going to give you all a yes on this one. So take a point for that. Did you make a significant discovery or revelation? Yeah. So this is individually here. Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind?
Maybe.
It's up to you individually. Answer it yourself. Put your point down. And finally, we're going to just skip. We didn't earn any money. This isn't really a money earning.
I'm a
thing.
doctor now. I earn more money.
You do earn more money as a doctor rather than
med tech.
HR. I got to
HR,
update the
yeah.
overlay for next session.
You're gonna
You're
earn
welcome.
all. You're gonna earn all the thoughts and prayers a doctor can get.
All right. And that's the end of the session for tonight. We're going to be wrapping next session. So next session will be the finale of chapter 3. We will then be moving on to chapter 4, which is going to be the resistance. And this is going to be a longer chapter. And we're going to do some time jumps. You'll be playing the same characters, but there'll be a couple years occasionally between sessions. And it's going to kind of explore some of the stuff that's happening in the background. So start thinking about your characters that you would be playing for operatives for the resistance.
Nice.
You'll have a ship. You will be out there doing your thing, working against the man, taking on these covert missions for the resistance base. You've already met the resistance. You've talked to the resistance. It'll be a deeper delve in that. But yeah, next session, we're going to be wrapping chapter 3. With Todd staying behind, I'm like, do we wrap it here? Like, no, we've got another session in there.
Okay.
So let's wrap up. Let's do our closing plugs. Jeff, what do the gaggers got happening this week?
Yeah, man. Friday, we are back to Conan as our buddy Aaron is going to kill us all.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Stephen first, slowly, painfully, and he'll take up most of the session. Saturday, we are playing some One Ring again, where we find out within the first minute whether or not Melissa died last session or not, and because it was very close. And then Monday, we are back to Holler for Savage Worlds, where Tracy Sizemore returns in the shift boss seat. She's continuing to run a lot of the faces here, actually,
Everyone but John.
Everyone but John, and through what's it called? I think it's called the Savior of Holler Oak is the special scenario that she's running. And then Tuesday, we will back to Forbidden Lands, where Steven will talk a big game and then, not do anything. Kind of like Dick.
Ooh, yeah.
When I turn it on, it takes a while to turn it off.
I understand.
It is what I asked for. In fairness, I asked for it.
Melissa really appreciates at the post game Jeff of on Wednesday nights.
Winded down. It's about 45 minutes for me to get that.
Yeah. I don't know how many times Monday nights I will go in there, try to watch TV with Ashley, and I'm
Just double D.
berating her with double D. So I totally understand. I would like to, this is, so Friday you've got Conan, right? And then Tuesday you've got Forbidden Lands.
Forbidden Lands, yeah.
Yeah. So Steven is talking a big game,
Mm-hmm.
but I really feel like, Forbidden Lands, someone there is carrying that big stick. As far as, sorry, Steven. I had to bet who's going to have a character death first.
Oh, it's totally I would put it on Aaron. Aaron will get a character death before Steven. Yeah. Steven doesn't know how to hurt us yet. So figure that out yet. He keeps attacking the people who are good at combat. There's 2 of us that aren't, and he keeps attacking the 2 that are good. So
Oh no, yeah. You go for the squishy ones.
Exactly.
That's it.
So he's letting us get too powerful now. That's what's going to happen.
Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. All right, John, what do you want to talk to us about?
So I have been running a Pathfinder Second Edition game with Chuck and Maitre and Steven. I'm trying to train Steven on how to die and how to kill your players. Because and April's in it as well, and it's because we're doing the Age of Ashes adventure path, and oops, they're all goblins, and we've almost made it through the second chapter of the book. And the episodes release in 25 minute chunks every Tuesday and Thursday. So it's Thursday morning, about 8 a.m. ish for Central Time. There'll be a new episode on YouTube, and that's the only place you can find them. And and we'll see if they can actually finish the second chapter of the module.
I'd like to say we're like in the 30s on episodes already.
Yeah. We're up to, I think, episode 24 or 25 on YouTube.
Great.
So,
Solid progress.
No progress. We are very aggressive and anti-progress.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you found the taco stand yet? That's how you know you're deep in anti-progress.
We did capture a man for a bounty, turn him in, then immediately turn around and break him out, and then we're utterly surprised when he escaped from us.
Mm-hmm. And then wanted XP for it.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Were you going to try and re-bounty him again?
No, we just wanted to be friends. Oh, we wanted him to show us the elf gape. That's what it was. All right, Dan, you always talk about things. What do you want to talk about?
I do. I'm just always happy to have people come in and check out our Discord, chat with us. Got us lollygaggers, GMP there. Come see our memes, talk about our episodes. Have a good time.
That's it. Yeah. Bart, what do you got happening, man?
I'm not sure about Friday yet. We've got a few folks that are sick with the with the ills. We got one person that's on vacation, but we're definitely going to do Cyberpunk Red on Saturday. We might do something Friday, not sure yet. And this Sunday, I think, is a Shadowrun Sunday if we end up doing it. So yeah,
very cool. Jeremy, what do you got, man?
Aaron Reese on Patreon. Comics, maps, tokens, assets, other fun stuff. Check it out.
Very cool. And as for DOK, Friday, we'll be playing some America. We'll be back to that. Dan and John are there. Mutated Teenage Monstrosities. We'll be back next Wednesday for the finale of Chapter 3 on All Fear the Ishtar. But also over on Grim and Perilous Plays this Saturday, 9 p.m. Central. We've managed to get our mitts on the Lord of the Rings role-playing game for 5th edition from Free League Publishing. And we're going to be doing an actual play. What's that?
I'm sorry in advance.
Yeah, Dan's going to wreck everything. He is going to break continuity so hard. So yeah, we're going to start playing through some of the Shire adventures this Saturday. So that's over on Grim and Perilous Plays on Twitch. I don't know if I can
pronounce Sheer, just so you know.
It's Sheer. Oh, my apologies. It's pronounced Sheer. And we're going to go to the Michael Delving, and we're going to go to the Maddie House, Hobberton.
We live in the Ed Sheeran, and
we do. Well, I mean, he's a hobbit anyway, so.
Oh, yeah. Things are real great down there in the Hobberton, don't you know?
Oh, God. That is going to be canon now.
Everything.
All the hobbits
so good.
are going to be doing Canadian accents. I love it.
I've got no voices. I'm sorry.
Dan, you have between now and Saturday to practice Canadian accent.
Or a Youper accent.
I mean, it's not that hard, I mean, you just manifest maple syrup and it's right out there.
Yeah.
All right. Until we see you next time, start fires, do drugs, and visit the Michael Delving in the Matherson's house. And
look, that's not the new saying.
Oh, it's not.
Thank
goodbye.
Still not the new saying.